What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to our Bournemouth preview here on Anfield Agenda. The Reds, fresh from their victory in Milan in the Champions League, will look to get back to winning ways against Iraola's side at Anfield. It's a 3 p.m. kickoff on Saturday, which means it won't be on TV in the UK. But fear not, we've got you covered here on Anfield Agenda. We'll be taking you right through the game, and our coverage will start from 2 o'clock. If you haven't joined us for a preview before, this is what you can expect. I'm going to start off by giving you Bournemouth's recent results. We're going to go into my score prediction then and finish up with my starting 11. Of course, we want to know your thoughts on the score prediction, the starting 11, and any thoughts you have on the game. Let us know in the comment section. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy it, and of course, we would love you to hit that subscribe button. So this is normally the part where I say we'll be right back after a quick ad break, but today it's going to be us that I'm advertising. So as you can see on the screen there now, we are live in Liverpool, November 15th, for another top-notch show at the Hot Water Comedy Club. We're going to be bringing with us Mr. Paddy Doyle, who's going to be performing a 45-minute musical set. Then we're going to be bringing on Mr. Carl Porter for the stand-up comedy, and then I'll bring the show home with whatever it is that I do. Tickets you can get with the link in the description of this video. They're priced at £20 and it is an all ages event, meaning kids can come along, grandparents can come along, everyone that wants to come along can come and see us. As I mentioned, you can get those tickets with the link in the description. If you're with us for a show in August, hopefully you can come back because we had great fun over there, and this time we're going to put on an even bigger show. So my friends, that's the advertising out of the way. Now we get into the nitty gritty. And let's start off by having a little look at Bournemouth's recent results and of course our recent head-to-heads. As you can see, the last 3 games we played against them, 21st of January last season, it was Bournemouth 0, Liverpool 4, and I would absolutely take a repeat of that scoreline. At 19th of August, we beat them by 3-1, and then in the League Cup on the 1st of November, it was Bournemouth 1, Liverpool 2. So head-to-heads last season all going in Liverpool's favour. Bournemouth's recent form coming into this game, they suffered a 1-0 loss to Chelsea. They beat Everton by 3-2, but then again, aren't everybody beating Everton this season? They lost 1-0 to West Ham, drew 1-1 with Newcastle, and 1-1 with Nottingham Forest as well. So that is Bournemouth's form coming into this one. I was looking at their team selection for the last few games as well, and there's some up-and-coming players there, and Bournemouth's style of football usually plays into our hands. They usually come and have a go. They're not a team that usually come to sit back, defend deep and hope they can pinch something on the counter. With the likes of Cliver, Tavernier as well, they're going to come and have a go, and I think they'll play into our hands. So I think Liverpool are going to win this one handsomely. But what's the score prediction that I've gone for? Well, bear with me. I have gone for a 4-1 victory for Liverpool. Now look, looking back at the recent games between the two, you can see why I've been optimistic. I do feel that our form from the away victory in the Champions League is going to carry through to the weekend, and the guys are going to want to put it right at Anfield after the 1-0 defeat to Nottingham Forest. They're not going to want to repeat of that, so I've got a feeling we're going to see a fast start from Liverpool, and that's why I've gone for a Liverpool victory by 4-1. Of course, we want to know your thoughts on the scoreline though, so do let us know in the comment section. Next up, we get into the starting 11. Now, we always start off with the goalkeeper and the centre-back, so let's have a look at that. As you can see, no changes for me in this one. I would be looking to make some changes for the game against West Ham coming up the following week in the League Cup. But for this one, Alisson Becker, Ibrahim Konate and Virgil van Dijk. One thing I would say to keep in mind when we're going through the team selection here is it's quite a big rest from Tuesday through to Saturday. You know, it gives the guys a chance to recover, work on stuff on the training ground with the manager, and that's why you won't see a host of changes here for me in my predicted 11, but there will be a couple. So Alisson Becker in goal, Ibrahim Konate alongside your captain Virgil van Dijk, both of them fresh off scoring headers away in the Champions League as well, and a few more of them this season wouldn't go amiss. Now, we've sorted out the centre-backs and the goalkeeper, but what about the full-back positions? Here I've gone for, again, probably the old reliables, Andy Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Obviously, we've seen Kostas Tsimikas get the run out over in Milan, giving Robbo a much needed rest, so I expect him to come back in. And of course, Trent over on the other side is pretty much a no-brainer. Into midfield now, and have I made any changes here? No, I haven't. And not because, again, I don't think maybe we could do it rotating. Just let's look to the bench. We've got Wataru Endo, who doesn't suit the way the manager wants to play at present. Curtis Jones, who I'm going to be honest and say I don't have all that much faith in. And after that, well, Elliott's injured, so the options are slim. Tyler Morton is an option in there. And again, can we say that any of those would be able to come in and we wouldn't see a noticeable drop-off? I'm going to say, unfortunately, no. So I'm going to stick with Ryan Gravenberch, who's had an incredible start to the season, along with Alexis McAllister and Dominic Szoboszlai, who have both had impressive starts to the seasons in their own right. This is a really good midfield unit, let's be honest. So where possible, I'm not going to make changes, because if we can keep these guys fresh, and as I mentioned, we play Tuesday and Saturday, so there is enough of a turnaround there for me to think that they'll be good to go. So that's what I'm going to go with in midfield: Ryan Gravenberch, Alexis McAllister and Dominic Szoboszlai. Up top now, this is where I have made a change. So we're going to look at the wide areas, and as you can see, I've gone for Lucho to take back his starting place on the left and Mohamed Salah on the right. Now with Lucho, it's not because I don't want to play Cody Gakpo. It's not because I don't think Gakpo didn't do really well in Milan. He was really, really good. I just think Arne Slot really likes Lucho on the left, and I think that's what we're going to see. On the other side, a lot of people in the comments probably going to be suggesting Federico Chiesa maybe to rotate to give Mo a rest. I don't think Federico Chiesa, or excuse me, I keep saying this wrong and I can only apologise. Federico Chiesa. It's not Federico, Craig. It's Federico Chiesa. I don't think he's ready to start yet. Maybe 15-20 minutes off the bench, and if I was a betting man, I would suggest that maybe we'll see Chiesa start against West Ham at Anfield in the League Cup next week. So for me, that's why I've gone for Mohamed Salah on the right and Luis Diaz on the left. All that remains is to try and figure out who goes through the centre. Now, of course, there are three realistic options here for us. We can go for Darwin Núñez, Diogo Jota, or maybe even Cody Gakpo through the centre if the manager wanted to reward him for his good performance in Milan and keep him in the starting 11. For me, though, I've gone a little bit bold here, and I've gone for Darwin Núñez to get the start. I can already hear people shouting at their screens right now. Look, I was impressed with what I seen from Darwin when he came off the bench over in Milan, and I think this is an opportunity for him to come back in. I believe there will be space left behind there from Bournemouth, and Darwin could look to exploit it. And as I mentioned, Jota hasn't been great in the last couple of games. He's not really particularly done anything wrong, but he has missed a couple of goal-scoring opportunities that we would expect somebody of Diogo's calibre to be putting away. So hence me thinking this is an opportunity for Darwin Núñez to come back in and show the manager that he can trust him, that he is ready to go, and at home as well. I'm hoping. He is back on Instagram, I believe. I think he's put his account on private, but he is on there anyway. So if you are a follower of him, maybe you're lucky enough that he will let you follow his private account. I don't know. But for me, I'm going to give him the start. So just to confirm again, my starting 11 for this one: Alisson in goal, Trent at right back, Robbo at left back with Ibrahim Konate alongside Virgil van Dijk in the centre of the defence. In midfield, Ryan Gravenberch with Ryan Gravenberch, Dominic Szoboszlai and Alexis McAllister. And then up top, Mohamed Salah on the right, Luis Diaz on the left. And I've gone for a bold start for Darwin Núñez through the centre. Over to you now, my friends. Let us know your thoughts on it. Again, just a reminder, we'll be live from 2 p.m. on Saturday, bringing you through the full coverage of the game, match reaction, player ratings video, and everything you would expect from us on a match day. Until then, I'll be back tonight at 8:45 with the late night agenda. I hope to see you there. If I don't, have yourselves a wonderful Thursday, and thank you for watching. Much love. Bye-bye.